Hi.
Hello. I'm Dominic Davis.
I'm Meg John Barker.
And we are very excited to be coming to Milan to be working with you later on this year.
Absolutely. Doing our workshop together on GSRD, Gender, Sexuality and Relationship Diversity.
So what's different about GSRD to LGBT? Why are we using that phrase?
There's quite a few different reasons. I mean, one thing is LGBT doesn't cover all of the marginalised sexualities, genders and relationship styles. And you can keep adding letters to LGBT, or you can come up with a broader term. What about you? What would you say yours?
Yeah, I think it's a much more inclusive term that doesn't leave people out, because LGBT, and it then became IQQA.
Yeah.
And I think there are even more letters being added. It just feels like it still leaves out lots of other identities.
Also, to my mind, it's something even bigger than that, which is that when we talk about LGBT or marginalised sexualities and genders, it's like we're assuming that only people with the marginalised sexualities, genders or relationship styles have issues relating to their gender, sexuality and relationships. And actually, heterosexual people, monogamous people and cisgender people have just as many issues around these things.
Yes.
And, it enables us to look at that complexity about how all of those things intersect. So I think it's really important not to be like, here's the normal and here's the others who have all the problems, but rather all of us are diverse in terms of our genders, sexualities and relationship styles.
So we're coming for 2 days.
Yes.
And on the first day, Meg John's going to be principally leading, and I'm just going to be butting in every now and then. Then we'll swap round and have a slightly different focus for the second day. So what's happening what's the first day? Who is this for?
Yeah, so the first day we're really setting the scene. So this is a much broader day that anyone can come. You don't have to be working with clients or working therapeutically. You could be a psychology student, for example. Anyone with interest in these areas. And we'll be covering gender, sexual and relationship diversity, really talking about how does our culture see these things, our wider kind of culture, and how does that impact on all of us. Clients, yes, but also ourselves and everybody in this culture. So we'll be covering that first, and then we'll be digging into gender specifically, then sexuality, then relationships. And it'll be very interactive, so we'll be doing a lot of exercises to try and think about what are the kind of ideals about these things that are out there in the wider world, and how is it, both when we try and fit those ideals and when we don't. Right. What about you? How's your day going to be?
So my day is going to be aimed more at people who are doing the work. So psychiatrists, psychologists, sexologists, counsellors, psychotherapists. And we're going to be looking at how we might work with some of these diverse client groups in the consulting room, and looking at guidelines for best practice and some of the core theoretical ideas that have emerged that underpin the work, that put a framework down so people can organise their ideas and their practice around them, no matter what their own theoretical training or background might have been. So they're kind of trans-theoretical ideas, really.
Excellent. And people will get a chance to do some supervision live and maybe even practice doing some client work role play.
Exactly. We're going to use some quite innovative techniques to get people to talk about their work, all the different client groups. We'd particularly be keen if people came with cases that they'd like to discuss confidentially, anonymously, but things that they're finding a challenge and that they think would be really useful to have a think tank around.
Brilliant. I think it's going to be an amazing couple of days. I'm really excited. I'm excited to be in Milan, and I'm excited to be talking about these issues with you and with all the people who come. So we look forward to welcoming you there.
Yeah, see you there.